Hello, welcome to my channel. I've lost 180 pounds with keto, carnivore, and counting calories. Thank you for watching. One of the things on my to-do list today is jicama and to dice a jicama. So I'm going to work on that. As usual, I shave off the outer edge of the skin and then I'll get her diced up. I don't know why I buy jicama all the time. I just remembered I have a full one of these of jicama in my refrigerator or in my freezer. Sometimes, I tell you. Anyway, as I was cutting into this, there was a section, it was almost powdery. And so, you know, with jicama, it's something you never know what you're going to get. You can't tell by the outside which is a good jicama and which is a bad jicama. You just buy it and hope for the best. So, but sometimes you have to throw part of it away. Anyway, so I'm going to dice this up. And I know Craig and I don't remember if anybody else mentioned jicama chaffles. So I am going to save some and going to try to shred some and see about making some. I don't really know. You know, they're so watery. They're almost like a watermelon. And I do know that I've dehydrated them before and that worked. So maybe this will work. We will see. But anyway, so I'm going to save some. But I'm going to finish dicing this one up. And then I'm going to set some aside to shred. And then we'll get to the rutabaga. Sorry, y'all. Roomba's running in the background, but I'm not stopping it because it needs to do its job. When you got 4 dogs, you know, fur. Anyway, make sure you label your containers. As we found out this week, I thought I was eating cabbage, and instead I was eating green bean casserole. So label them, and I'm going to toss these in the freezer. Y'all, I'm going to have to go put on some britches. I have to keep the door open because Mr. Big Head can't fit through the dog head door. And so I've been keeping it open for him. And anyway, it's getting cold in here. Hi-yi-yi. The next portion of my meal prep is these rutabagas. I want to get some sliced and some shredded. So I'm going to get them peeled up right quick. Does anybody else use paper plates as like a cutting board? I'm super curious. They're just perfect because they've got a little bit of a texture like a cutting board. And so I don't know. And for things like this, you know, with the wax that's on the rutabaga and that's on the jicama, it makes it just easier. I can dirty up these and then I use them while I peel them. Then I use them while I cube them or slice them or whatever. But does anybody else use paper plates as your cutting board? I'm going to finish cutting these up. Let me know if y'all don't, well, okay, just don't tell me. Humor me. Or just lie to me. Just lie to me and say, oh, yes, Terry, that's perfectly normal to use paper plates for a cutting board instead of a cutting board or your counter. Now it's time we're going to dice or shred up the rutabaga and shred up the jicama. I just wanted to show you, I sliced up about this much. That would be enough that I can have some tomorrow for breakfast and Monday for breakfast. And then the rest is going to be shredded up so that we can make our rutabaga chaffles. And we're going to try jicama chaffles. We learned the other day that this is, that my food processor's broken, but I think it'll work enough. It's just this piece right here, a little thing chipped off, so we're going to do it anyway and see how she goes. Looks like some of them are going to end up as slices because of the way my thing is made. So I'm going to, when I'm done, I'll add those to that baggie of sliced rutabaga. Hey, somebody remind me in the comments to sneak to Judy's house and steal her food processor. I love you, Mom, but I know you ain't using your food processor, so we might as well get some good use out of it. So somebody remind me in the comments next Sunday, bar long-term borrow mom's food processor. Yeah, okay, bye. That was the jicama, and this is the rutabaga. Seems like it's drying it out a little bit, so I'm glad for it. It's not super hot. I don't even know that I necessarily need a hot heating pad, but I want one. So I'm going to stir it every 20 minutes, and I'm going to do it another 20 minutes and see how it is. And then I'll get back with you about how this is going. And here's the other one. This is the third one. I have 3 trays of shredded vegetables going. And I didn't season them. I didn't do anything to them because I just want to dry them out just a little bit, get out some of that excess liquid. We're just having a day of experimentation. It reminds me of chewing tobacco. If you're an 80s kid, remember whenever you could buy that chewing tobacco gum, Big League Chew? And so they used to say, get a pinch between your lip and your gum. Anyway, y'all remember that gum? Alright, let me get back to dehydrating my veggies. I was telling Mom how I'm going to make some of these chaffles with rutabaga and try with jicama. And she said if I have any trouble, because I was talking about how I was worried about being dry. And she said if I have any trouble with it being dry, to add some of my meat flour. She's a smart old gal. So I've got 1 egg in here. And we're going to try some rutabaga chaffle again. And I was going to do half an egg, but I'm just going to do a whole egg. There we go. Alright, so got an egg because I was just thinking, you know, for measuring purposes. Let's see. I can at least make a batch and know what they are. 1 egg. What I'll do is I'll add some and see if it needs more or needs flour or whatever it needs. Oops. So 89 grams. Let's see how that looks. I think it needs more. Let's go and even. Yep. Let's see. 180. See how that looks. It would have been better if I did this in a bigger dealie. But that's all right. Live and learn, y'all. You got to live and learn. And I know there's some other things that I've seen added to things. I know Neely adds, what the heck is it? Gelatin, unflavored gelatin. I have some of that. But right now I'm just trying to mimic our, mimic the hash brown casserole situation. Alright, so a 180, okay, Ruta 180. Now, then let me see when that goes off that it's ready, I'll come back. So what I did was I plugged in the egg in this rutabaga, and calories is 193, protein is 6.9, total carbs is 27.6, fat is 5. So we're going to put these in there and we're going to see how it comes out. See how many it makes and what we think about it. And you could add cheese to it. Trying to get the edges in. Whoop, don't lick your fingers, Terry. It's raw egg. I mean, I'm sure we've all eaten worse in our life, but since I'm on camera, trying to behave, trying to act like a civilian, trying to act like I'm civilized, but we all know I'm not, so come on, fella. All right, good enough. All right, so now, I'm going to take a little of that and put it in here. All right, so now, you get over there, you get over there. Stay in your lane, little fella, stay in your lane. All right. And we'll see how it goes. So if we chose to use 2 chaffles, it would be half of the amounts. Don't make me math. So like 90 something calories for basically 3.5 protein, 13-ish total carbs, and 2.5 fat, and about 0.75 fiber. So that's what that would be if we had 2 of our chaffles. I watched some videos where what they did was they turned them over, I guess to give it more surface area to work on. I'm not really sure, but by keeping them kind of cramped together, it's helping them stay more as one piece and not breaking all apart too much anyway. So while that's going, let's go on and get another egg and do the same with our jicama. I'm satisfied with those. I'm going to go ahead and pull them out. I don't want to get burnt. Like I said, rutabaga cooks different than potatoes, so you kind of have to know when to pull them out. You want to pull them out before they burn, because they'll brown real fast on you. You know, we made these not long ago and they were really good. You could put cheese in them too, if you wanted it to be a cheesy hash brown. I mean, cheese, I tell you, cheese would make anything taste good. Put cheese on a pile of poop and it would taste delicious. Alright, good enough. So I'm going to let these cool. And let's do the same thing with jicama. They're going to beat up my egg. I did not add salt or pepper or anything. It just wasn't necessary. So, zero that out. I don't know. Let's see how this weighs out. 60 something. 130. See if we could do 180 and they'll be the exact same, and we'll see how they work up. Even though the jicama and the rutabaga were in the oven, they're still a little damp. This might end up being like a sweet kind of thing. So 180 grams of rutabaga, jicama, and 1 egg. Come on, fella, get back in there. Get back in the party. Can't miss out. How's your day going? Are you enjoying your day right now? Has it been productive? Are you at work or are you at home, or what's going on with you? Alright. I'm going to do it this way for whatever reason. It's kind of what I want to do. Okay, we're going to try. I'll put a little bit in each one and see where I need to add it at. I feel like this gives me a little more control. Yeah, I think I could do the glove thing with the rutabaga too. I think it's kind of helping it, I don't know, clump together. But like I said, the jicama is more wet, so it's going to clump together better. Clump together better. All right, now let's close her up and see how it goes down. Okay, they do like this little click sound I think after 4 minutes. So let's see how it works about flipping them. This one's a little sketchy, but it made it. And remember, I did not use any seasonings. I'm just trying them out plain first. Let's put it back down for a couple of minutes. So I did some checking. So net carbs for all of that for rutabaga is 26.3. So jicama, 145 calories, 7.6 protein, 16 total carbs, 7.6 net carbs. Fat is 5.5. So 193 calories, 145 calories, 6.9 protein, 7.6 protein, 27.6 total carbs, 16 total carbs. This one has a lot of fiber. 26.3 net carbs. 7.6 net carbs. So literally a third of that. So 26 net carbs, 7.6 net carbs. 5 fat, 5.5 fat. So that's the difference in the macros between the two. So let's go ahead and pull them out, and I'll let them cool and be right back. All right, let's see what we think. This is the rutabaga chaffle. I love rutabaga. All right, let's try the jicama. Very interesting. Still hot. I can't figure out which one I like better. The jicama is more plain, less flavor. Let me go some salt. I'll be danged. You know, rutabaga has more of a cabbage, turnip-y twang to it. And jicama, once it's cooked, it's not sweet, but yeah. Hang on, I gotta let Lou in just a second. This is not a chaffle in the sense of for bread, okay? Just remember, this is a chaffle in the sense of something you can grab and eat as a side. But that jicama one was good. I can't say which I like better. Well, the rutabaga, because it's rutabaga, has more of that sharp twang to it because it's rutabaga. And the jicama doesn't have that. That's pretty cool. Huh. All right. I'm glad y'all told me to try the jicama. Because I like that a lot. I like the Rutabaga too. They're both good. Like I said, Rutabaga has that bite where Jicama does not. I'll be darned. I'm going to stand here and eat them all.